Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Mr. Mendoza Gaming and welcome to a game called Car Mechanic Simulator 2018 where I found out about this game. I found out about this game on accident and I've been playing it a little bit. This isn't where you start. This is a little bit progressed. I am level 8 and I have all of these things which I'm working on getting further and further. We'll see how that turns out. I don't know what any good to be lucky instantly. See, like I just have absolutely no idea. But we'll see how that pans out in the future. I don't know how many videos I'm going to do of this. Maybe a lot, maybe a little bit. I don't know if I broke that or not. I don't really know how to tell. It doesn't really give you a clear indication. That's a repair bench. So when you have like things that you can repair, you go up to it and you repair it and you have like a 50% chance all the way up to 65% chance, I think it is. Let me go check really quick. Repair chance, 75% of successful repair. So I've been playing this game a little bit. It's a lot of fun. It's more of a time-consuming game than it is like a let's play game, but it is kind of fun to play, and it is one of those ones that I should do more often in my own time. But if I want to make a video, I'll make a video, you know? Why not? But yeah, so the basis of this game is, for instance, you have orders, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do this story mission order, because why not? So what you do is they send the vehicle over, and as you can see, there's some stuff wrong with it, but you can see your car status, all that jazz. So this one says, "Hello, I bought a brand new Olsen Grand Club. It's a great car." In the ad, it said it's the car that's what? In the ad, it said that the car is great for off-roading, but I have an impression that driving an SUV on the sand dunes was not a good idea. Something is scraping, and I noticed a leak. Please do something about it. I need the car for an off-road trip with my friends this weekend and repair or replace body parts. So, this is kind of how this works. And I assume when it says repair with minimal parts condition 100%, anything that's not 100% done, we're going to test it right now. That's going to dip into what I want to actually do in this episode, or in this video. But I believe if it's not 100%, it's not good enough. So, yeah. But check this out. So, like, let's say I need to test the car, right? I go, oh, I'll throw it to the... No oil in the engine. Alright, well, let me freaking put some oil in the engine. Oh my god, I haven't done... No oil pan. What? Okay, I have not done a V8 before. Because this is the V8, right? Yeah. Okay, looks like we're just gonna have to jump over into the car lifter A and figure out what we need to do. So I'm just gonna throw oil in it now. If I spill it later, whatever, I don't really care. But there is a lift, so that's pretty cool. Lifts are pretty awesome. Oh my god, this is like the worst one I've seen in a very long time. And I've seen a lot of stuff. But oil pan, oil pan. Part mount. So I need an oil pan V8. Why would you buy a car without an oil pan? Who thought that was a good idea? Who thought that was a good idea? Oil pan, where's V8? Oil pan V8. Bam, that was an expensive oil pan. Not really, that's... Actually, don't think that was very expensive. But I want to get the oil pan mounted so that I can get oil in it. You know, because that's something that needs to be done. I need to find the oil filter, which should be somewhere around here. It can be mounted sideways. I don't know anything about V8s in real life. There it is. That's fine. Alright, let's drop it back down, throw some oil in it, and throw it over to that test track, or that test path, and then we'll go out to the test track, and you can check that out. That's pretty cool. Test track is pretty cool. Oil fill plug. Can I do it? Nice. Okay. Filling up with oil. I wish I had an infinite gallon of oil like this in real life. Yeah, I actually really do wish that I had a forever can of, or bottle of oil. That would be sick, because I drive a truck, and that thing takes like 3 or 4 gallons of oil every time I use it. Why is the hood open? You know, I'm going to leave it open. So this is pretty cool. This is a test path. It tests the brakes, suspension, and some other stuff along the way. So you just come over, when you move it over here. Oh, okay, I was like, it didn't start. And then it tells you what to do. It says in the upper left corner, like, press and hold the brake, place the rear wheels on the brake tester. So bam, press and hold the brake, and you just kind of slow it down, and then over time it just tests everything. Then it goes to the suspension test, in which case it goes shake a shake a shake a shake a shake a shake a. There it goes. There we go. Nice, awesome. And then the front suspension is in the upper corner there, and so is the rear, and it's all correspondent. It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. And then after this, I'll show you the test track, and then we'll finish this car out, and then we'll go do what I actually want to do. Holy crap, that is awful, 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 awful. Okay, so now what we can do is we can right-click on it, move car. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's not what I wanted. We need to go over to the garage entrance. So we come over to here, come over to this entrance, and click. Go to the test track, take that guy. A rear muffler is missing from the car. Is it really? A rear muffler is missing from the car. Why would you buy a car of this condition? Like, I bet you better not have paid a lot for this thing. Whoops. Because this thing's in awful condition. Like, you better have paid enough to be able to cover all of these freaking repair charges, that's for sure. Car lift. Car lift. Oh, I'm gonna turn down my preamp just a little bit. And figure out what the heck is missing. It is missing a rear exhaust. Ooh, rear exhaust. Okay. V8. Rear exhaust V8. Rear exhaust. Rear muffler. Rear muffler what? V8. There it is. I got this. I got this. I may not have had to buy that, but I got this. I got this. Now can I take the car out and test it? Because... Oops. Can I do it? Yes, I can. Okay, so the test track tests very similar things as the test path. Test path only does like brake, suspension, and stuff like that, where this one here tests steering, acceleration, so the engine and gearbox and stuff like that, and then it kind of just goes from there. Like this. And this is what you do. This is all you do. You just drive around and you... Oh, well, I completely missed that. Alright, alright. Hopefully I don't have to repair that. So far, whenever you damage things, it doesn't look like you have to repair it yourself. When you're... Oh, that suspension's pretty bad. See how it's shaking? That's actually a real-life thing. When you go out and test drive a car, a used car, if the whole cab rocks a lot, it means the suspension's bad. That is a real thing. Like, that's not... Yeah. Like, go over speed bumps whenever buying a new car. Go over everything you can and just, like, accelerate, like, real hard acceleration. Jump on the freeway. Do all of that jazz. And then... Brake. Brake, 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 brake. Stop. Alright. And that's how you go through the test track. This is a really good game to pass time with. See, now it says U-bolt, all of that other jazz, front spring, spring. It usually says, yeah, see, clutch plate, pressure plate, sway bar, inner tie rod, wheel hub bearing, all of that other stuff. And yeah, it does actually check a lot of things. So now, let's say we go over to the car like before. If I go into overview mode, you can see everything that needs to be replaced. Literally. But what you can also do is you can go here, examine tools, OBD2 scanner. This scans spark plugs, ignition coils, all the electronics of the vehicle that run it. And yeah, and then it tells you, yeah, see, ignition coils, everything's good, catalytic converter, spark plug, all the coils, all that jazz. And then you can also go over to here and do tire tread tester, and it'll test all the, it'll measure all the tire treads, give you a good reading or bad reading based on life of the tire, which is also a real thing. It's just a digital caliper. I don't even know. But yeah, so you can go examine mode and literally examine everything. Like, it's actually really useful to an extent. You can't examine like everything. I don't have an electric meter either, and I can't take that off the car. Ugh. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and I think finish this, or at least get ready to start working on this, so I can show you some of the cool stuff that you can do elsewhere and at different times. Front drive shaft, good. Gearbox, transfer case. Yeah, it does get kind of hard to see what's going on. Gee, what is going on? There we go. Exhaust, I know you're gonna need to be replaced. That's not exactly what I wanted to do. Examine mode, and examine all this jazz. So once you get kind of like an overview of the vehicle, so like what I was doing where I was scanning everything, but you can actually go into the car status and see what needs to be done and all that jazz. So like you can see everything you need, you can see the parts you haven't discovered, all that jazz. But then when you go to actually do stuff, this is where it kind of gets interesting, where you can actually start taking things apart and taking them off, and it's actually pretty cool. Like, don't get me wrong, this game makes it seem really easy to work on vehicles. And it is, for the most part, but some of the stuff you need is very, very, very specialty sometimes, and it does not come off this easily. So like when you're working on a vehicle like this stuff does not come off this easily, like period. It really doesn't. Like rubber bushing, for example. I mean, these things a lot of the time have to be like smashed out with all kinds of stuff. Like, it is not easy to get some of this stuff disconnected, especially once it rusts over like this. I know in this game that the rust only is symbolizing like, hey, this part's bad, and it's not actually explaining why something's bad or what is bad and how it's bad. It's just kind of like, hey, yeah, this is bad, you know. But even still, I mean, you can learn a lot if you know absolutely nothing about vehicles. Also, it's not this easy to take springs and suspension off. I know that from experience. Tie rods, same thing. That's the way your vehicle steers for the most part. And I can explain some of that if you don't know in just a second. Oh, I still got a bushing in there. This does make it seem like a lot easier, and like anyone can do it. And yeah, anyone can actually work on cars if they want to. But it is very, very time consuming, and it's kind of like a trade in and of itself, honestly. So oop, there we go. Take off the caliper. Calipers are pretty easy to take off generally, but they can get stuck if you don't know exactly what's going on. I don't know why I'm taking all this apart. I'm just going to take everything off the vehicle and move on from there. Wheel hub 3, and yeah, this is where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, so this is what the game is. You just kind of go along and you fix stuff. All right, so I think the car's mostly taken apart. Got the cooling system out. Again, very, very, very easy to do. I mean, it just gives you the radiator and fan, no hoses or anything like that. So it's a very simplistic way, but pretty much this is what an empty car looks like. I mean, this is actually fairly accurate. Where when you have parts taken off, it just kind of looks weird. But you can go to the repair bench and just boom. That's all I can repair. So what I'm gonna do is you can actually go into your inventory and you can check like all the groups you got. I need 2 double wishbone shock absorbers. I need to write all this stuff down is what I need to do. But I think I'm gonna just risk it, honestly. Risk it for a biscuit. But yeah, I don't know how to do this. We will find out. This is gonna be a learning experience for me, but yeah, we'll be back in just a second when I get all this stuff purchased. It's gonna take a while. As you can see, this process takes a very, very long time. I did happen to throw that into a real good time loop. It's taken a long time already. No joke, this is taking forever. And I haven't even gotten to what I want to do today. So disappointing. Alright, car status. Rims. Other than that, everything is good in the hood. I'm going to put the good rims up front right now. There we go. That'll be good. That way it's more or less completely finished except for the body parts, which I do actually want to put in this video because I've never done it before. So, we are gonna see. Bam. Alright, and we need rim modern 6. I need to disconnect all of this stuff because... Alright, so if you guys do end up playing this game, so the tire changer is what you want. Whenever you have to do anything with rims and you gotta buy some, always, always, always come over to this tire changer and separate parts and separate the old guys from the new guys. Because if you don't know, tire sizes are based on groups of numbers. In which case, I will show you in just a second. Separate, bam. But you see those numbers there? Like if I go to inventory, I go to rims. I guess not. Well, let's say I go to install, right? 25-inch rims. Those are freaking ginormous. But, oh wait, no, I need modern 6, right? Rim Classic 6 or Rim Modern 6? Rim Modern 6. So go to your inventory, go to your rims. Why won't you... Oh, I understand. I understand. Okay, rims. And then you go to Rim Modern 6, which is, this is what I just took off. They're 20-inch rims, right? So, that means I need 20-inch of the Modern 6. However, there are a few more... I don't think there's anything else to separate. A few more things to consider. If I go to Rim... How do I scroll the bottom here? There we go. Rim Modern 6 ET0. I don't know what ET stands for. I'm assuming that's offset, so how far out or in it is from the wheel. And 245, 45 R20. I don't need those because I'm not buying tires. But I do need the Rim Modern 6 20-inch rims. 2 of them. Only 2 because the other 2 are already mounted. I can do it from over there. I have to force myself to use these freaking things. Right click, tablet, home, rims, Rim Modern 6. Rim Modern 6. Zero 6. There we go. So Rim Modern 6, I need 2 of them. 20, 0 ET, bam, go like that. And now we can throw it all, nope, not separate. We can throw it all back together. Oh, I know, I messed that up. Rim Modern 6 with those guys, yes. And then it'll mount it, and then you can run it in the wheel balancer, and then throw the other one. You can run these simultaneously. In real life, you really can't, because you have to monitor it. But then you go install, Rim Modern 6, bam, bam, yes, over to here, balance, bam, yes. And you just keep doing this over and over again until you get enough money to do what we're going to try to do right now. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. We're going to see. It's balancing right now. You can see it's spinning the tire pretty nicely. Pretty nicely. Take Balance, bam, yes. Run over here, put it back on the vehicle. Go bam, part mount, off-road tire, bam. Throw this together, throw this together, throw this together, and we should be pretty golden in just a second. Nice. Take, run back over to here. Throw it back on, part mount, off-road tire B, bam, 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 and bam. There we go. Okay, so the vehicle itself is put back together, I believe. However, we need to figure out how to replace body parts. Front bumper, left headlight, front left fender, front license plate. So front bumper on... Okay, how does this work? So this is going to be a learning experience for both of us. Body shop. Boom. Give it a second. Front bumper. Bam. Okay, so it looks like it is like I thought it was going to be. So if we go here, car status, we have a Olsen Grand Club. Olsen Grand Club. Olsen Grand Club. And that should give us all of that. Front bumper. By. Front left headlight. I think. Cool, we should... I know what I'm doing now, so... left headlight, front left fender, front license plate. Left headlight, front left fender. I think. Yep. And license plate. Plates. Oh no. We are back, and I think I figured it out. You gotta go inventory, all, and then there are maps in here. Let me just sell junk. Yes, I don't want any junk. And then you go like this. I'm not gonna do multiple ones just because that might really mess me up. Barn, barn, barn. Let's go barn. Okay. And junk. I don't have any junkyard stuff. So now if we go here, junkyard, racetrack, barn, here we go. Oh, will cost you $100. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm fine with that. I've never been here before, so we're gonna see how this works out. I really don't know. This is gonna be a learning experience for everyone. Junk. Sure. Junk. So am I just gonna take everything? I'm just gonna take everything, I guess. Junk. I don't know how much I can take. Something for Mazda. I've never done this before. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh. Oh, I get it. Heck yeah, I'm gonna buy that car. I wanna put it in the garage. I get it. I get it. Leave to garage. I'm good. Sure, I'll buy those parts. I'll repair as many as I can. Get some experience. I get it. So you actually buy everything that you find there. That kind of sucks, but I mean, I got out of there with a 10 grand. All right, hopefully we're good. My freaking thing did the poopy thing again. Where it disconnected. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and tear apart this whole engine is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna tear the whole thing apart. I don't even care. I don't even care. Tear apart the entire thing. Distributor cap. Clip B. think what I want to do here is I want to refurb the whole thing to like 100% and then sell it and see what happens. I don't know if I have the money for that because I only have 10 grand. I'm not sure if it came through on the last end of the clip, but the game did crash, so I am going to leave this episode here. When we come back, this whole Jeep will be refurbed and the whole 9 yards. I don't know if I can do it with the 10 grand, so I might have to go through some of the projects and orders so that we can get that fixed and situated. But when we come back, I'm going to show it off a little bit, drive it around, go on the off-road track, just have some fun with it for the next episode. It'll be short. This one was a little long, to be honest. But yeah, so with that said, I would like to say hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more content coming out regularly-ish, kind of, not really regularly, but eventually. Hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell if you want to get notified on when I do upload. And comment your thoughts and opinions down below. I do want to read them. I do want to respond to them. So, yeah. With all that said, I've been Mr. Mendoza Gaming, and I'll see you guys next time.